When people do the personal effectiveness seminar and they go on to crossover, I give them assignments, and they're tuned into the people, so they work for them. But this is one that I think is pretty universal. Before getting out of bed each morning, spend 5 minutes in silent reflection on what you want to create that day, with a balance of being, your spirit, and doing, your actions. Because what do we really focus on in this culture? The action side. We don't take into account us. And then in the evening, acknowledge yourself for your successes, learn from your mistakes, and self-correct where necessary, so that you're running clean and current every day, and building your profound integrity. What a great way to start your day, is to be present and silent and get clear on my true intentions that are in balance for me, instead of what do I have to do today? How many of you wake up with that question? Or go to sleep with that question? You know, and we don't think about our spirit. We just think about the actions. So to bring that into balance. Sure. Before getting out of bed in the morning, spend 5 minutes in silent reflection, thinking about what you want to create during the day that's a balance of both being, my spirit, and doing my actions. And then at the end of the day, in bed, just before you're going off to sleep, acknowledge yourself for your successes, learn from your mistakes, and self-correct where necessary, so that you're running clean and current with yourself and with others in your life, building your profound integrity. It's a great assignment. So Hans Selye is the man who named stress. It was already happening, you know, but he defined it. And at age 65, he developed reticulum cell sarcoma, type of cancer which has a very low cure rate. This is stressful, and this is how we handle it. I was sure I was going to die, so I said to myself, all right, this is about the very worst thing that could happen to you. So he's talking to himself. But there are two ways you can handle this. Either you can go around feeling like a miserable candidate on death row and whimper away a year, or else you can try to squeeze as much from life now as you can. I chose the latter because I'm a fighter, and cancer provided me with the biggest fight of my life. I took it as a natural experiment that pushed me to the ultimate test whether I was right or wrong. Then a strange thing happened. A year went by, then 2, then 3, and look what happened. It turned out that I was one of those fortunate exceptions. Afterward, I made a particular effort to cut down my stress level. I have to be very careful what I say here because I'm a scientist, and no statistics now exist to say whether stress is related to cancer, and that's changing now. It's still not, this causes this. They all know it's interrelated, but not sure how it works. Apart from the genetic and environmental causes of cancer, I can only say that the relationship between stress and cancer is rather complicated, in just the same way that electricity can both cause and prevent heat, depending on how things are balanced. Stress can both initiate and prevent illness. Some people have described cancer as a disease that is somewhat like the body's way of rejecting itself. Now, to carry that premise one step further, could it be that when people drastically reject their own basic needs, they are possibly more apt to develop cancer? In other words, if a person rejects his own needs, can his body rebel and reject itself? I don't say yes, and I don't say no. I'm a scientist, not a philosopher. All I can say as a scientist is that the great majority of physical illnesses have in part some psychosomatic origin. So, how we are aligned spiritually, how we take care of our bodies, the way we think about our world and our place in it, how we live inside of our emotions, and whether or not we're living in fear or love makes a huge difference on how we live, we feel day by day. So everything we do at Wings is to to assist you in changing your inner landscape. Some people change their outer landscape too. Definitely your inner landscape. From fear to love, from negative to positive, from scarcity to abundance, from depression to joy, from contracted to expansive, from stuck to engaged fully in your life. That's what we're here for. So I want to thank you for coming and supporting Breast Friends. I'd like you to thank you for coming and supporting Wings. And that was fun. Now the whole thing is do it.